Good.
Matt Smith here with John Gavin with Family First Life Northwest. And what we're going to cover on this video is we're going to talk about why you should hire. We're going to talk about how to hire on your warm market and how to hire cold market and give you some tools to run with. So, John, why would you say people should hire at Family First Life?
I mean, there's so many different ways to answer that question. The biggest being, in all honesty, the biggest being is because you don't know who out there is looking for a new opportunity. We've got so much going on in the world right now that there's people that are really hurting for money. And this platform and this business and this company is the fastest way to make ridiculous amounts of money that I've ever seen. And I've got more agents now. I've got agents that have been with me 4 years and never hired one person until recently. And now they've got 4 or 5. And I don't look at those as just agents because that just makes them a number. But they're people and they're situations. And there's certain people that we're pulling out of situations that they probably never thought they can work their way out of. And in the meantime, it's building an agency. It's helping the people who needed life insurance. It's helping the agent who has a new career now, and it's probably the most lucrative they've ever met. And the person that hires them gets to build an agency and, in turn, probably make more money than they ever thought imaginable.
Absolutely. And one thing about, the comp plan is you can go all the way up to 130% on your own pen. Yep. But the only way to get to the top comp of 145% is having an agency. Yep. One of the other things that's a huge benefit to having an agency is obviously as you hit vice president above, which is $150,000 per month, Sean's generous enough to give everyone a bonus on top of your override income.
That's crazy.
So, and that's non-charge backable money. Yep. That you're able to keep for yourself, your business, however you want to spend it, it's yours. And that's game changer type scenarios where, people go from getting a $315 bonus one month to, $5,000, then double digits, and that can turn into, $100,000+ if you have a big enough agency and yep. Non-charge backable money on top of your personal production, on top yep. of your override income. And the great thing about what we do here is we can offer the agents out there that are at the 35, 55, 75, 80, we can offer them aggressive comp right off the bat. So you're going to have a lot more people stick in this business. There's a huge amount of turnover in sales in general. Yep. However, with hiring with Family First Life, it is different because people can actually stay and stick because of the comp that we offer, because of the lead program, the mentoring, the hiring, the training, etc. It's all for the taking. Anything else you want to add to reasons to hire? I think I like what you said about there is a bigger picture though, John. Think about how much your life's changed. Think about how my life's changed. Think about all the agents that work with us and how their lives yep. have changed. You see people buying cars, houses, and houses of their dreams, and it's amazing.
One of my favorite hiring stories, and I'll make this pretty quickly though, is one of my agents went to his ex-brother-in-law's house because he was in sales and he thought he'd do really well. And he started telling about Family First Life, and he got into licensing class. But his other ex-brother-in-law happened to be sitting there who drove a forklift in a warehouse, and he made $2,500 a month. He went and got his license. He took off. He's now making between $30,000 and $35,000 a month, and this is only 10 months later. So 11 months ago, he's in a warehouse driving a forklift, and now he's making on the average about $30,000 a month. And I interviewed him on one of our agency calls. And I asked him what pushed him to go as far as he has in this business so far. And now he's got about 5 agents himself. And he said, I realized I deserve it. And it's just such a cool story to hear that, because this is a business that anybody can do. This is a business that anybody can thrive in. And when we put ourselves out there through warm market and social media and that sort of thing, and share the success stories of the company, we start drawing in people that we may not be targeting. They might be sitting on a couch next to the person we're sitting next to, but they realize what a great opportunity this is, and they want to be part of it and jump on board as well too.
Absolutely. I think, let's get into warm market hiring as far as that's concerned. Let's talk about the effective tools that works. Obviously, just reaching out to individuals that that could thrive in this business is a great start. Yep. I mean, it's if you look at people that are succeeding at Family First Life, I don't know the actual number, but probably at least 3/4 of them come from a warm market environment.
Absolutely.
So the reason why warm market's so important as far as getting started is because people trust you and know you.
Yep.
Now, the other side to that coin, John, that we should address is a lot of times we hear agents say, you know what, I want to hire, and I want to hire right away, but I want to do it once I've had some success.
Yep.
How would you approach that?
Well, I can tell you right now that had the person that hired me waited till they had success, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Good point.
Because the person that hired me, I was day one of a new job, getting back into the mortgage business. My very first day, somebody came in, asked me if I was looking to make some extra money. I said, sure. I already had my insurance license from something else before. Came to this business, saw you have somebody that is interested in buying insurance, and all I do is call them and go and sell them insurance. My first 2 dials I made, I set appointments. My first 2 appointments I sold, and then I gave the laptop back to the mortgage company and then came over here full time. The person that hired me didn't work out. So had he waited till he worked out, I wouldn't be here. And so you shouldn't stop somebody else from succeeding because you may not.
Right.
And if you don't feel comfortable in training and hiring somebody, Family First Life is one big support system. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're at, you're going to get the support. Our system pretty much is plug and play. So you can hire anybody, and we have a system that anybody can thrive in. So, John Wetmore said it perfectly. He's like, you don't tell your friends about the gym after you get your abs, because you'll never get there, know. So it's just a matter of, why not share this experience? Because it may not work out for you, but it could work out for so many other people.
Absolutely. I think the key component is don't make financial decisions for other people.
That's exactly
right?
It. You just know better than me.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that. But the key component is sharing the opportunity with as many people as you can.
Absolutely.
One of the ways that let's talk about effective ways to do that.
Okay.
One of the things that how I hired, Dan and Tiffany, for example, was I was texting them my deposits. And man, when you're making some good money on a daily basis and you can drip on people that way, now you can do it several different ways. You could do it on your social media platforms where you can post deposits. Yep. You can still tell stories. One of the other things that I feel like is a very effective tool is getting on Facebook Live and telling quick stories about your day. Like, hey, I sat with, John and Mary. I was able to alleviate the financial burden on them with a final expense appointment. So they put in, $15,000 worth of coverage. I was in their house for 40 minutes. I got paid $542 in about 2 days. If you want to find out more about that, give me a call. Absolutely. Creating that, and then you tell another story. Hey, I was able to protect someone's retirement where they never can lose any money. I was giving them the lifetime income, and I was able to save, $140,000. I got paid $8,500. Yeah. Yep. If you want to learn more about that, so you start to get creative with your content, and you start to do it consistently. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you got people's attention. Yep. And the biggest thing with social media, either you can use social media or social media can use you. Yeah. And if you use it the right way, you see a lot of the big agencies out there that have grown in massive ways. Yeah. They're putting their stuff out there all the time consistently. Storytelling, using testimonials of agents can be very effective. Yep. So you never have to worry about being the person. If you're not the person right off the bat, you never have to worry about being the person.
Share the stories.
To do whatever that. Share the stories. And those are very effective ways to get out there. And obviously, if you don't feel confident or comfortable talking to a new recruit, have your manager or the person that hired you, have them talk to them for you. Yeah. And we all be happy to do that for anybody. So that's extremely important. Anything else you want to add, warm market-wise?
Yeah, we're such a transparent company. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of rah-rah stuff here. It's all nuts and bolts. And being as transparent as we are, our agents make more than any other agents out there. That's just hands down. We have the best platform, most profitable agents out there. So if you start sharing those sort of things on your social media with friends and family, you'll be unbelievably surprised at who's going to reach out to you, especially in today's market, because a lot of incomes have suffered because of what's going on in the country today, the world today. And a lot of people with high-paying jobs have had their incomes cut or completely stopped for right now. And so if you share your experiences with people, you don't have to reach out and quote unquote bother people. But if you share your experiences, you'll be shocked at who's going to reach out to you and say, and privately, and to say, hey, I'm looking for a new opportunity. Hey, my job went away. Hey, I'm not making the sales I was and the industry I was before. I want to know more about what you're doing. And so social media is a great way to kind of attract those sort of people, because if you do it enough and they like you and they trust you, they want a little bit of what you're doing.
Absolutely. As far as cold market hiring, I think you've got to do both to be successful. It first starts with making sure that you have a marketing budget.
Yes.
And whether it's small and it's $300 and even a month, it's a start.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more that you pour into that and the more consistent you do it, the easier it will be to find people. The other big scenario where you're going to be able to scale and grow is finding the right staff.
Yes.
Which is a complete another subject, but
yes.
If I'll spend a minute on it, but biggest thing I can tell you about staff is do rounds of interviews. Get 10 people in, do second rounds with the 3 people you like, be choosy and picky, because really think about all of the decisions and choices you make in your life. How well you choose your partner, your business partner, the industry you're in, all those things are based off of your success. So staff is no different. It's either going to propel or it's going to hinder you in some degree, but it's vital if you really want to scale in the cold market business, because it's difficult for an individual to start. Maybe we're starting, you're putting Craigslist ads out, you put your phone number on, contact me. Yes, you can do that, run business and do that, but eventually you're running in different directions and you're not organized and you're not able to blow up like you really should. Yep. So talk about the different resources, tools that we've used or seen through cold market.
Okay. So just getting back to what you had just mentioned, when it comes to assistants, admins, hiring managers, learn from our mistakes and hire slowly and fire quickly. This isn't our company is growing so fast that if you're not keeping pace with it, something's wrong. I've had to go through a few until I found the right mix, and I've got some great ones now.
Yep.
I think we do it backwards though. We want to have an admin, so we hire quickly, and we like them, so we fire slowly. We need to reverse that. So some of the avenues that we use, and these are constant adjustments. It's sort of like a check engine light for your car. If something doesn't sound right or that light goes off, something's going wrong. You may not know what it is, but you need to do a diagnostic check to see what it is. And if your numbers aren't keeping up with the pace of the company, where are you going wrong percentage-wise? And so we use ZipRecruiter a lot. We do a lot of Craigslist ads. For people just starting hiring, that's a great avenue to just place a couple ads in a couple cities. Family First Life's got such a strong name that, somebody who is not in the business but is attracted to your ad, we can send off enough information to gain their interest, okay? But also, because our platform's so strong, and there's so many other people out there that are inferior platforms, they have low comp, they have to pay for their training, they do bait and switch for their leads and that sort of thing. Our platform's so much stronger that if you put yourself out there with the ZipRecruiter, with the Indeed, with Career Builder, and those sort of things, those job-seeking apps, you're going to start attracting people in the business. Yeah. And once they catch wind of our platform, then it's game over. Wait a minute, you guys pay this much? How do you do that? That's the biggest question I get is, how do you guys pay so much? Okay, well, the insurance company pays the IMO a certain amount, and yours just chooses to keep it. We don't. We pay to the agents. And then our training is nuts and bolts, how to sell insurance training. And I'm shocked at how many people come to us and none of their training revolves around actually selling insurance. And so, that's what our training is. It's how to sell insurance, how to hire, how to become more profitable. And then you finish off the rest of the platform, with our, vested renewals, no contract, and then our bonuses. When you find somebody else through cold market that has some experience in the insurance field and they come across our platform, if they've sold any insurance there, they can sell a ton here. Absolutely. And so it makes it an easy transition. It's just a matter of putting those dollars into it, attracting those people, doing the interviews, and then exposing them to our platform, our training and everything, and then just bringing them on board.
Absolutely. And I think the other key component to this is our staff here at Family First Northwest, as well as staff inside of our agencies, are more than willing to help you, give you the ads that we place, give you the scripts, even train your admins or you yourself on what to expect on calls, what it looks like, what your, we have the numbers as far as what's the most profitable resource to use. I think social media, there's different social media campaigns that are out there that you can generate leads from as well. Direct messaging on Facebook and LinkedIn, as well as joining different platforms on Facebook and then direct messaging people offline has been a very effective tool for a lot of people. But it's those that are willing to do it, those that are willing to take it to the next level is where you see the progress. If you're never going to make any money if you just sit there and wait. Yeah. So it's all about, step one and then getting step two, step three, and then being consistent with it as well. Any final overall thoughts in regards to hiring?
The last one I'll end with is, a lot of people get into the insurance business because we know you can make a lot of money. But when you change your mindset to not, I can make a lot of money doing this, it's I can help a lot of other people make a lot of money. And when you do that, you put your head down. Say you put your head down for a year, and your main goal is to help as many people make as much money as they possibly can. You pick your head back up, and you've got an agency. Yeah. And not only do you have a bunch of people making more money than they ever thought before, and a bunch of families protected because we sell life insurance, but the return yourself is really strong too. And your bank account will probably have more in it than you ever thought imaginable. Your deposits are more than you ever thought imaginable. And your lifestyle and your family security is better than you ever thought it could be. Absolutely. And some of the final touches I would say is when you do hire, cold market and have that individual, I think having that discussion with them as far as, are you looking to be a business owner or are you looking to be just a insurance agent that's out there selling? Yeah. Most people are looking to be a business owner, at least that's what they'll tell me. Yeah. But then you need to identify and say, okay, so you're looking to build an agency, here's the expectations on what that will look like. Yep. And if you set expectations up front with your new hires in regards to hiring, you'll have a tremendous amount of results right off the bat, because now you get layers of leadership. Yep. For years, John, you knew, and you've dealt with the same thing early on, where we were just adding. Yep. And then subtracting and adding and subtracting. Yep. That's not an effective way to grow an agency. It's developing leadership underneath you where you start to explode, and then you see all the numbers, and then everybody is hiring with you. Everybody's got marketing budgets. Everybody's got offices and staff. Yep. And that's when it gets good. And it's just a matter of just getting started and starting to identify those things up front with your people. Yep. It's no different than any home in the house. It's the same thing when you're hiring an agent, and that's going to really maximize your results. So absolutely. So thanks for getting on this video, and I look forward to your success. Thanks.